Well, so Kenneth and Whitney, we are here today to celebrate your marriage. Do you both come before me today of your own free will with a true desire to be married to one another?
Yes.
Yes.
You come before me today as individuals with that desire to become one through marriage, not to diminish your individuality, but to promise each other a new life of love and of unity. Marriage is a commitment, but it is also a contract which is to be entered into thoughtfully and seriously with a deep realization of all of its accompanying responsibilities and obligations. You both prepared for these?
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to join your hands for a moment? Kenneth and Whitney, my wish for you today is that your marriage will bring you much happiness and a whole lot of joy. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens all by itself. A good marriage must be created by the two of you. It's never being too old to hold hands, and it's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is at no time taking the other one for granted, and it's also standing together facing life. It is not looking for perfection in each other, but it's having the capacity to forgive one another and to forget. It's also giving each other an atmosphere in which each of you can grow. And finally, it is establishing a relationship in which independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and obligation is reciprocal. Therefore, it's not only marrying the right partner, but it's also being the right partner. So, Kenneth, I have a question for you at this time. Do you take Whitney to be your wedded wife?
Yes.
Do you promise to love her, respect her, and care for her under all conditions and circumstances of life?
Yes.
And Whitney, do you take Kenneth to be your wedded husband?
I do.
And do you promise to love him, respect him, and care for him under all conditions and circumstances of life? Okay. Kenneth, please repeat after me. I, Kenneth Allen Thompson,
I, Kenneth Allen Thompson,
take you, Whitney Inez Coleman,
take you, Whitney Inez Coleman,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
sickness and in health,
to love and to honor,
to love and to honor,
and to cherish unconditionally,
to cherish unconditionally,
forsaking all others.
forsaking all others.
I will be faithful only to you,
I will be faithful only to you,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live.
Okay. And Whitney, please repeat after me. I, Whitney Inez Coleman,
I, Whitney Inez Coleman,
take you, Kenneth Allen Thompson,
take you, Kenneth Allen Thompson,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to honor,
to love and to honor,
and to cherish unconditionally, forsaking all others.
forsaking all others.
I will be faithful only to you,
I will be faithful only to you,
for as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Perfect, you two. Well, these necklaces that you have are about to exchange are symbols of the vows of marriage you've just made to each other. Kenneth, would you like to go ahead and place Whitney's necklace on her?
Okay?
And repeat after me. Whitney, Aw.
Please. Yes.
Yes.
Whitney, I give you this gift
Whitney, I give you this gift
to remind you
to remind you
how precious your love is to me,
how precious your love is to me,
and that I promise to love you always.
and I promise to love you always.
And with this gift,
With this gift,
I thee wed.
I do will.
And Whitney, go ahead and place Kenneth's necklace around his neck and repeat after me. Kenneth, I give you this gift
Kenneth, I give you this gift
to remind you
to remind you
how precious you are to me,
how precious you are to me,
and that I promise to love you always.
and that I promise to love you always.
And with this gift,
With this gift,
I thee wed.
I do this.
All right, you two, because you're on camera, is there anything that the two of you want to say to each other that's special in your own words before I go on?
I know you did. Just like you. I love you. And grateful and honored that you chose to be your place. I swear, for God, I will do anything for you for the rest of my life.
Well, Whitney, you know I'm not much for words.
No, you're
I
not.
always say actions speak louder than
Louder than
words.
words.
And until I die, I promise you that I will be with you, and love you, and honor you in every way. And I do love you, Francis.
Well, I'm going to ask then that the both of you remember to treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remember often what brought you here today to be married. And give the highest priority to the tenderness and the gentleness and the kindness that your marriage truly does deserve. And if and when frustration or difficulty try to sneak in there, try to remember the good and not just what seems bad at the time. Both of you take responsibility for the quality of your life together. Your marriage will be marked with abundance and with a lot of delight as well. So, with these things said, Kenneth and Whitney, and as much as the two of you have agreed to live today together in matrimony and have promised your love to each other by the reciting of your vows and the holding of your hands and the exchange of your gifts, with the power that's vested in me by the Commonwealth of Virginia, I hereby declare you to be legally and lawfully husband and wife. Congratulations to the both of you. Kenneth, you may kiss your bride.